AI-driven onboarding and activation agents. Effective customer onboarding is critical. Some studies show that far as 40 to 60% of new users churn after their first login if they fail to see value. 65. Modern AI-powered onboarding agents aim to reverse that trend. These intelligent assistants personalize the new user journey by delivering the right guidance and help at the right time. They can trigger in-app guides and tooltips, answer user questions via chat or voice, and hand off complex issues to a human when needed. Crucially, they tie into product analytics, CRM data, support systems, and messaging platforms so that every interaction is contextual and timely. The goal is to minimize the time it takes for a customer to reach their first aha moment, a metric known as time to value, while keeping activation rates high and support load low. Deploying these smart agents requires a clear strategy. First, you must define success per customer segment. For example, a small business user success criteria might be onboarding in 2 days and using core features every week, while an enterprise client success may involve a signed project plan, governance approval, or training completion. In fact, one analysis argues customer onboarding is no longer a single journey, it's a segmented discipline that adapts to the scale, complexity, and expectations of each client type. For example, SMBs often value speed and simplicity in onboarding, whereas enterprise customers demand strict security, cross-team coordination, and compliance. Success criteria must reflect these differences, measure each segment against the right milestones, e.g., feature adoption, sign documents, configuration steps, and set appropriate goals, on-time delivery, satisfaction scores, etc. Once segments are defined, design personalized onboarding flows for each. Leverage user attributes, industry, role, plan level, and behavior from your analytics, e.g., product usage data in Mixpanel, Amplitude, or Segment, to dynamically customize the experience. Studies show that 63% of customers expect personalization as a basic standard. For instance, an AI agent might greet an enterprise admin and jump straight to setup tasks, while guiding a beginner through basic profiles and settings. It can use triggers like first login, feature usage, or inactivity alerts. For example, one platform alerts if a key step isn't finished within a few days, to decide which content to show. The flows themselves can be built with modern digital adoption platforms, DAPs. Tools like app queues or user pilot let product teams launch in-app tours, checklists, and banners without coding. For example, AppQueues provides a no-code builder for onboarding flows, announcements, and surveys that guide users through your app. Pendo similarly enables targeted walkthroughs and tooltips directly within your product, while tracking real-time engagement data. These DAP tools integrate with core systems, e.g., AppQueues connects to Salesforce, HubSpot, Slack, Zendesk, and analytics platforms, ensuring the right guide appears based on user data. In addition to pre-built tours, modern agents offer conversational help. By embedding an AI chatbot inside the product or support site, or linking it to chat channels like Slack or email, users can ask questions and get instant answers. This may use natural language understanding and a knowledge base. For example, if a user types, "How do I invite a team member?" the agent searches internal docs or uses a trained model to respond. Companies have found that chatbots tied to your knowledge base significantly enhance the service experience, reducing the need for manual support. The agent can also proactively pop up to offer guidance. If it sees the user circling a feature for too long or repeatedly clicking a help icon, it might proactively launch a relevant tip or start a chat. A smart agent knows when to route issues to live support. If the user's query is too new or sensitive for the AI, it should escalate to a human with full context. Several solutions automate this handoff. For instance, Finny, an enterprise AI agent, monitors a user's query and only escalates to a human customer success manager when it detects genuinely novel intent. Another approach is setting time-based alerts. For example, notify a success rep if a trial user hasn't completed onboarding after a threshold, or if an activation metric falls below 70% for a segment. By combining real-time analytics with smart triggers, the agent ensures critical cases are quickly handled by a person, while routine questions stay automated. Integrations, the agent's ecosystem. An onboarding agent is only as good as the data and channels it connects to. Integrating with product analytics, e.g. Segment, Mixpanel, Amplitude, or Google Analytics, lets the agent track events like feature usage or progress through your onboarding checklist. CRM integration. e.g. with Salesforce or HubSpot, means the agent knows each customer's profile, subscription level, and context, so it can tailor messages and update the CRM with outcomes. Likewise, linking to your support tools, Zendesk, Freshdesk, Intercom, allows the agent to automatically create, update, or close tickets based on conversations. Many agents also tie into communication platforms. For example, they can send a Slack or email notification when a milestone is reached, or even onboard through messages. For instance, Finny advertises 20+ native connectors across support, Zendesk, Intercom, and CRM, Salesforce, HubSpot, plus major analytic systems, so triggers can fire off any source of truth. Similarly, AppQ's integration list includes HubSpot, Salesforce, Slack, and analytics tools, and UserPilot connects to Zendesk, Google Analytics, Intercom, Mixpanel, and more. In practice, enable every relevant channel. The onboarding agent might push a quick tip via in-app pop-up, send a welcome email via your marketing platform, message the customer on WhatsApp or Slack, and log all interactions back into CRM support records. Success metrics experimentation. You must measure whether your onboarding agent is working. Key metrics include activation rate, the percentage of users who perform your defined activation event, time to value, TTV, and support ticket volume per new customer. For each customer segment, decide what activation means, e.g. completing a setup task, using a core feature, or another milestone, and track the completion rate. Moxo, a customer success platform, defines TTV as the duration from onboarding start to the first outcome delivered. Shorter TTV correlates strongly with retention, e.g., Slack found users who hit their aha moment in the first session were 2 to 3 times more likely to stay on. Therefore, track the time until each segment reaches its first success. Also, monitor support load. One cautionary story shows a new customer raising 3 tickets in the first 3 days, questions already answered in the help center, illustrating that every question that becomes a support ticket is a failure of your onboarding. In fact, adding interactive guides and knowledge bots can reduce first-week support volume dramatically. Setting numeric goals, e.g., average TTV under 2 days, activation over 70%, fewer than X tickets new user, lets you evaluate improvement over time. Critically, adopt a culture of continuous experimentation. Don't assume one flow is best. Run A/B tests or multivariate tests on your onboarding variations and measure the effect on activation and TTV. As one growth guide advises, test constantly. Measure activation rates, time to value, and retention by activation cohort. Optimize based on data, not opinions. For each test, change one variable like the text of a guide or the timing of a trigger, compare the key metrics against a control group, and keep what works. Review each segment separately, enterprise versus SMB, paid versus trial, etc., since different groups often respond to different approaches. Also gather qualitative feedback, CSAT NPS, measure how satisfied customers felt immediately after onboarding. That can highlight issues that raw metrics miss. The result should be an iterative cycle. Define targets, instrument tracking, dashboards for activation and TTV, run tests, analyze, and refine the onboarding content and timing accordingly. Content safety and compliance. If your agent uses generative AI or scripted responses, ensure the content is accurate, on-brand, and legal. Avoid hallucinations or irrelevant diversions. For sensitive domains, health, finance, legal, apply strict filters. For example, one AI agent vendor implements a PII shield that automatically redacts any personally identifiable information in user inputs, which is essential for regulated industries. Always train the agent on your verified documentation, and consider having a safe completion mode where the agent either refuses or defers when a query touches forbidden topics. Review guidelines from major AI providers. Do not have the agent give medical, legal, or financial advice unless it is specifically verified. Instead, program the agent to respond with disclaimers or direct the user to a human specialist. Also ensure data security and privacy compliance. Choose platforms with enterprise certifications, SOC 2, ISO 27001, GDPR, HIPAA, etc. For example, the Finny platform highlights its compliance with SOC 2, ISO 27001, PCI DSS, and HIPAA, which means it can be trusted to handle onboarding forms containing health or payment information. In short, set up moderation rules and compliance checks around your agent's knowledge and outputs to keep content safe and error-free. Key metrics to track: time to value, TTV. How long from sign up until a user achieves the first meaningful outcome? Faster TTV is linked to higher retention. Strive to reduce this for each segment. Activation rate, the percentage of new users who complete the predefined activation milestone. A higher activation rate indicates the onboarding flow is effective. Support tickets per new customer. Track how many support questions come from each cohort of new users. A drop in tickets after improving onboarding shows success. As one expert notes, fixing onboarding often fixes a huge chunk of your support load. Aim for most users to find answers in the flow or self-service tools, not by contacting support. Customer satisfaction. Use quick surveys, CSAT or NPS, at the end of onboarding to gauge user sentiment. This captures the qualitative result of the process. Look for improvements in satisfaction alongside other metrics. Tracking these in real time, e.g. via dashboards by product, user type, or region, lets you spot trends and issues. For example, Moxo suggests charting activation rates and TTV by week or region, and correlating them with satisfaction scores. Automated alerts can flag when a segment's activation falls unexpectedly or a batch of users is stuck. In practice, measuring and optimizing these metrics will gradually improve each segment's onboarding success. Existing solutions and tools. A variety of tools address pieces of this puzzle. Digital adoption platforms like GuideCX and Moxo focus on managing end-to-end onboarding projects, task lists, document collection portals. For example, Moxo provides secure branded onboarding portals and workflow automation with integrations to Slack, Gmail, HubSpot, Salesforce, and more. In-app guidance tools include AppQues and Pendo. AppQues lets teams build in-app tours and modals without code, while Pendo enables targeted walkthroughs and maintains a resource center in-app. These connect to analytics, Mixpanel, FullStory, etc., and CRMs to trigger content contextually. Customer success platforms like Gainsight or Churn help measure health scores and send automated emails or surveys, but often require manual setup. CRM-based solutions, e.g. Monday CRM or HubSpot's Service Hub, can be configured for onboarding workflows or chatbots, though they may lack advanced AI. On the AI chatbot side, some companies provide conversational assistance. For example, Finny AI is a YC-backed AI agent platform that claims near 100% accuracy on onboarding queries with built-in compliance features. OnRamp offers an AI-driven workflow tool. It uses AI to recommend next steps and personalize each welcome journey. TruePeer focuses on customer success teams, combining AI automation with health scoring. There are also general chatbots like Intercom's or HubSpot's bots, which can answer FAQs or create tickets and integrate with their CRM. Each vendor has pros and cons. For example, WalkMe and WhatFix deliver highly polished in-app tutorials, but they often rely on fixed templates and may require engineering for complex cases. By contrast, AI-native products like Finny or Relevance AI, a no-code AI workflow builder, can dynamically adapt content based on user intent. Integration breadth varies. AppQues and UserPilot natively support dozens of services, while smaller startups may offer fewer connectors. When choosing, look for a solution that matches your needs. Do you need heavy compliance, as in finance health, focus on developer-friendly embedding, or ease of use for non-technical teams? Evaluate free trials or demos to see how they handle your specific onboarding flows. Gaps and future opportunities. Despite many options, gaps remain. Few existing tools combine everything seamlessly. Often teams piece together multiple products, a DAP for in-app tours, plus a chatbot, plus CRM workflows, which can be costly and complex. There is room for a unified AI-first platform that ties together data-driven personalization, content creation, and experiment management. Imagine an agent that automatically analyzes user behavior data, then writes and deploys in-app guides or chat responses on the fly using generative AI. It could A/B test different scripts, learn which phrases reduce churn, and refine itself continuously. Also underserved or smaller businesses. Many enterprise-grade solutions are expensive or require professional services. A market opportunity exists for a modular, usage-based onboarding API that startups can integrate easily. Content assist features are another gap. For instance, current platforms rarely author onboarding copy automatically. A future assistant might generate welcome messages or help articles tailored to each user's background. Multilingual support is another area for innovation. Most guides are in one language by default, but an AI agent could translate or adapt communications on demand. Finally, Deeper context awareness is needed. None of the tools fully track cross-platform journeys, from email to Slack to in-app. An entrepreneurial product that unified all touchpoints with robust safety filters could revolutionize how companies onboard. In summary, AI-powered onboarding agents are a powerful way to personalize the first days of a customer's journey. By integrating with analytics and CRM, triggering contextual guides and chats, and measuring the right metrics, like time to value and activation, companies can greatly improve adoption and retention. The current toolkit is strong, but unpolished in places. There remains an open chance for a new solution that truly integrates all these features, automates content generation, and simplifies experimentation. Entrepreneurs and product teams should watch this space. Building the next generation onboarding assistant could pay off handsomely. All links to sources are available in the text version of this article. You can find the full article at aiagentstore.ai/agentic-AI and workflow-automation. Thanks for listening. And thanks for rating the show. Visit aiagentstore.ai to discover agents, tools, and setup files that help you work faster and automate more. You'll also find Claw Earn, our job marketplace where AI agents and humans can both work and create tasks, plus marketing solutions for AI and product founders. Explore it all at aiagentstore.ai.